Lance Jackson.
This crowd has the right mindset. Boo that man.
What? The right mind? I mean, I agree. The right mindset. Vance Jackson does a fantastic job. Who are you to question Vance Jackson?
Yeah, he does a fantastic job for himself after he gets paid.
He's the referee. What do you think? You want him to not get paid for his work?
The referee with off-color stripes.
With off-color stripes. Wow. You got to take it there. Wow.
Hey. You hear, folks? We have a little samba, a little mambo. And here we go with Don Fernando.
Don Fernando making his way to the ring. I'm liking the swagger Don Fernando always brings to the hybrid school of wrestling here. You're feeling it, Doc. I know you are. You don't have to answer that. It's okay. Don Fernando making his way up to the ring.
Too much machismo for me. Next. And I can see why you agree, because you're always in there wanting to be the flashiest guy out there. And here we have a man who is just as flashy.
Well, thank you for saying that I'm flashy, and yeah, you're right. I mean, I do get a lot of eyes on me, and frankly, I'm flattered that you draw a comparison between Don Fernando and I, because I know everybody's eyes in this room are glued on that man right now. Even yours, Doc, you can't look away from him.
You're right, I can't look away.
Look at that. They're bringing the gun show to the hybrid.
Yeah, miniguns.
Those are actually really big, you know, they're really loud.
No, the ones connected to my Nintendo, yeah, those are the ones that he's shooting with. See,
we will not talk down about the Nintendo Zapper on this show.
Hey, I respect the Nintendo Zapper, especially the orange one. That's the classic. But this man is not shooting with the right ones. And we have the announcement through the trumpets. The big drip only. Pac Ortega.
That was what?
I'm not repeating it.
Repeating what?
I don't know what you're talking about. But there he is. Pac Ortega.
Said it, giving the man his proper introduction, Mr. Big Drip Only, Pac Ortega, excuse you, Doc, as he makes his way to the ring. Another strong competitor. Glad to see him make an appearance here at the road to Hybrid Mania 4. Feel the steel. Looking forward to seeing both of these guys put on an in-ring clinic here, Doc.
Espérate. No. Because you have to understand, it's not just about Flash versus Flash. It's about skill. And we've already seen Don Fernando come out here repeatedly, even tried to get in with the Texas Kingdom and fell flat.
And frankly, a loss on the part of the Texas Kingdom, if you're going to ask me. Don Fernando would have been an amazing addition to that team. What is this?
Oh, yes.
What? Did you have something to do with this?
Move over, Mike. Because we got... Oh, the front of the class.
Where's Armani?
Armani's not in this. He's not going to save you this time. But David Kidd is.
It's a joke. It's a prank. It's not here. You gotta be kidding.
David Kidd, the A-Plus wrestler, has made it here. He's gonna save us all, Mike, even you.
Save us all? Save us from what? He's gonna save us from seeing a phenomenal wrestling match? Is that what David Kidd is gonna save us from here? Doc, why is he here? He's not
here
part of this match.
For extra credit.
Extra credit.
Yes.
Well, if anybody needs it, it's gonna be that failure of a student right there.
Oh, God. Doing better than Mike.
It cannot be a road to Hypermania without the A-Plus wrestler. What do you say? So, let's make this a nice little triple threat match. What do you say?
What? What?
Yes!
Gotta be kidding me.
Oh, eat it up.
So David Kidd can just make his own matches into whatever match he wants to because he's an A-plus wrestler? Is that how it works now?
Not just A+, he's an honor roll student. He gets to have call any match he likes.
Well, I'm good for him. I'm glad that his mom has the honor roll bumper sticker on the back of her beat-up minivan. It does not give him the right to inject himself in whatever match he wants to. This is unbelievable.
Good news, Mike. He already did. Shirt comes off.
I swear.
We're looking great. Yeah, thumbs up all the way around. If you can see my toes, they're up too.
Gross. But if you're Pac Ortega or if you're Don Fernando, how is this fair to either one of these competitors? I mean, your personal feelings about him aside, because I know your biases are readily on display every time we're over here, Doc. But if you're Don Fernando, if you're Pac Ortega, you didn't come into this match preparing for David Kidd. You didn't come into this match preparing for any third person at all. You were expecting a one-on-one matchup, and now your entire game plan has to go out the window because David Kidd decided he wanted to be in the match.
Well, I'm sorry, Mike. If you're always ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's what they have to do. They have to always be ready for the unexpected.
Unbelievable.
It is what it is, my friend. That's the name of the game. Wrestling has unexpected circumstances, and this being one of them.
Well, you know, I can only hope that the sheriff can keep control of the inevitable chaos that's going to break out here.
The sheriff control. He'll keep control as much as he can keep control as to which side of the coin it falls.
Don't let him hear you say that. He's very sensitive. Don Fernando.
Oh, God, here we go.
That's right, and good on him. Good on him for going outside. He doesn't want to get involved in this, and I understand. I understand. Again, this is not what he signed up for. This is not what the match he signed the contract for.
But he signed the contract to wrestle. And he's walking away, man. This is what we've talked about before with him. He just always wants his way. But you know what? David Kidd's not going to let this keep him down. He's going to jump in with Pac.
Pac Ortega takes David Kidd to the ropes, drop down, leapfrog. The A-plus wrestler gets caught in a waist lock.
David Kidd uses the ropes to his advantage. Doesn't let himself get taken away by Pac. Ooh.
But Pac catches him with that knee, and Lariat takes down David Kidd. And that's what you get for trying to interfere in a match you had no business in.
Fernando taking advantage. But this is what happens when you don't actually put some work into your matches. You're not going to get your win.
Put some work into your matches, yeah. Just showing up and interjecting yourself into someone else's match. That's a lot of work there, Doc. But Pac Ortega, to his credit, is adapting the situation very well, maybe not so much anymore. I was going to say very well, but does get taken down by David Kidd in the shoulder block.
And the jump, David Kidd jumping right over Pac, and he takes a long, beautiful arm from David Kidd.
Don Fernando.
Again, Don Fernando not putting any work into it, just sliding right in and trying to take the win for himself.
Not putting any work into it. What do you want him to do there, Doc? Do you want him to go in there and just trade shot for shot, blow for blow with two different guys? Don Fernando's doing the smart thing. Pac Ortega, power game on display. Big stalling body slam from him. David Kidd goes down. Don Fernando, though, one more time.
He see that? He tries to roll him up, and he takes a knee for good measure. That's what happens when you try to take advantage.
Drop kick from David Kidd sends Don Fernando into the corner. Pac Ortega, David Kidd, they might be on the same page here. That's going to be bad news for Don Fernando.
Well, you got to be smart. You can't just put your whole energy on the line. David Kidd knows exactly how to use his opponents. He can work with anybody.
Don Fernando sends to the outside a double lariat. Quick cooperation from Pac Ortega from David Kidd.
Love to see it.
That makes one of us.
And David Kidd go for a high five, but unfortunately, Pac Ortega not obliging.
And there we go, right there. It's a three-way match, Dog. Friendships only last so long as Pac Ortega keeps David Kidd hooked for this suplex. Looks like David Kidd's going to meet Pac Ortega's three amigos here in the middle of the ring.
We got two so far. David Kidd getting back on his feet. He's got to figure out a way out of this. David Kidd, taking a third. That back is singing right now.
I'm sure it is, and David Kidd only has himself to blame for it. He could have been in the back, taking it easy. He could have been at home, laying in bed, watching this on YouTube with the rest of you fine fans, but he decided to come down here and involve himself in the match, and this is what you get.
But this is how you get yourself polished. David Kidd knows that any opportunity is a good opportunity. Oh, that was not a good one for his head.
Yeah, let's see how he's feeling about that opportunity now. Don Fernando and Pac Ortega getting back in the ring as David Kidd sent into that ring post on the outside. Don Fernando just that hard right hand to the forehead of Pac Ortega.
And I'll give Don Fernando, he's back in the ring, actually showing some effort.
Actually showing some effort. Like, Doc, he was in there trying to get the pin. That's what you're supposed to do in a match. I don't necessarily agree with the game plan he's got right now, which seems to be just letting Pac Ortega just fire away with those knife-edge chops in the corner.
He's collecting chops. Ooh, and a swing and a miss from Pac, and he takes one for himself. Don Fernando firmly planting that chop and that fist to the head to Pac. And we're going to see where he's going to take this one, because he's going to have to really make up for lost time at this point. Pac's still the strong one. He looks great in the ring, but Don Fernando now holding his head tight with his arm right through the other opening.
He's got that sleeper hold locked in deep.
And Pac Ortega struggling to stay awake.
Looks like, if you can see it, Doc, doesn't look like Don Fernando's managed to get the hold all the way locked in, opting to switch to a different type of offense. Hold on now, what's going on here?
Oh, underhanded.
Look at that.
Good Lord.
What are you going to say? That underhanded tactics? Doc, no, that is using your brain in a wrestling match. He tricked his opponent, stopping his offense, and there you go, just like that. Don Fernando. And this is why you're talking about he should be in there trying and working. He is. He is. What do you call this, Doc? Who is in control of this match right now?
Don Fernando, unfortunately.
Don Fernando, you're right. Don Fernando in control. He fires his back elbows at Pac Ortega. Manages to get the waist lock.
And Pac Ortega throwing elbows himself and takes the waist lock for himself. Don Fernando trying to figure out a way out of this lock, but...
And there you go, right there, Doc. Just you saw Pac Ortega, just his throat draped across the top rope. Looks like Don Fernando going for a German suplex. Pac Ortega might be just too big of a dude to be going for that.
Ooh.
There you go, Don Fernando picking the leg, switching to a ground game.
And here comes our favorite wrestler. He got...
Oh! Big German suplex from Pac Ortega after the interference from David Kidd. Don Fernando had an excellent strategy going there until David Kidd got involved.
Don Fernando easily distracted. Let's get a 504 out in that man, because David Kidd knew exactly what he was doing. He needs to make sure he gets himself the one-on-one with Pac, and he's just throwing fists. Ooh. And he's now blocked by Pac. Up in the air, David Kidd.
Look at that, just raw strength on display from Pac Ortega.
David Kidd, he's trying to shake it off. Pac back on his feet. He saw Don Fernando on the top. He's looking to see what he could do next. Don Fernando was trying to get at the top rope. Some effort should be given at plus.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're actually giving a man credit for once in this match. Hopefully you keep that trend continuing here, Doc. But Pac Ortega, I mean, there's no denying the fact both of these guys in a dangerous spot right now. But Don Fernando looks like he might be going for a ride if Pac Ortega gets his way. David Kidd looks like he's trying to get over there in time.
This is what happens when you're not paying attention. David Kidd takes advantage. He positions himself. This is going to be good.
Good Lord.
And here we have both men down because David Kidd knew exactly where his opening was.
A powerbomb superplex combination, a Tower of Doom if there ever was one. All three of these men down.
That's a strategy that you have to take into account. Sometimes you take a little damage to give all the damage.
And all of these men suffering a lot of damage right now. Vance Jackson, you see his count going. If these men don't get to their feet by the count of 10, that's a disqualification. You see all of them. Don Fernando, the first to kind of move.
And here comes David Kidd. He's got one hand planted. He's trying to shake it off.
David Kidd looks like he needs to get some chocolate milk to get his acting back in this match. Don't look at me like that, Doc.
Chocolate milk, he already had his break. He knows that. In order for him to get his next one, he's got to pull through this match here. And all three men facing off. The first chop given and felt there, too. Ooh, Don Fernando issues a devastating one to David Kidd, who reciprocates and gives one to Pac.
All three of these men just trading back and forth these knife-edge chops. All over, just overhand, big one right there to Pac Ortega. Pac Ortega to Don Fernando, and Don to both of them, but oh, good night, David Kidd.
And Pac Ortega up in the air. Don Fernando has him over his shoulders. Ooh, drops him right down. Ooh, wait a minute.
What's Don Fernando got in mind?
He's exposing his elbow. No! Keep that thing over there. Oh, come on. He's strutting around in the ring.
That big elbow drop, the devastating elbow from Don Fernando. How did that not pick up the victory?
hey, you got to put more sauce in that Fernando, and he didn't have enough of it in there.
I'm going to act like you didn't say that.
Hey, when you have no sabor in your elbows, then you're going to have to pay the price when your opponent gets back up.
Unbelievable. Don Fernando trying to get Pac Ortega back to his feet. Looks like he's realized David Kidd is already on his. Moves in, but gets caught.
David Kidd climbing the ropes. He's sitting on, yep, that's exactly why he is the A+ wrestler. He saw Fernando coming. Ooh. And Pac was coming too with Fernando right on his shoulders.
Hold on, look at this, Doc. Pac Ortega
is this?
Stacking him up.
Oh my goodness.
David Kidd, Don Fernando on the back of Pac Ortega. How about this display of just raw strength and power? We're seeing.
Ooh, this one man who does not skip leg day. David Kidd, he's on the floor.
Double Samoan drop from both, or on both. Oh, no,
ooh, that was quick. Come on. David Kidd now on the ground. Quick cover, and nope, David Kidd's still there. Shake it off, David Kidd. You got this.
Yeah, he's got this, I'm sure. Pac Ortega, he's got to get back in the game. Yeah, absolutely frustrated. I would be too, but he can't let that derail his plans here. He's got to stay on one of these two guys. He can't let all of this damage he's done just be for nothing. If either one of these guys gets to their feet, gets the wind behind them, this whole match could change.
It's anybody's game right now. It only requires one pin. That's it. And Pac knows that when he's targeting both opponents. Oh, David Kidd jumps right over, addresses Don Fernando and the other. Big kicks to Pac Ortega, who uppercuts David Kidd. Oh, that was a bloody nose. The nurse needs to be called in for that. Don Fernando's elbow into David Kidd, but picked up by Pac. He manages to escape and picks Pac up over his shoulder.
Well, looks like he was going for the knee, but...
Keep praying, my friend, keep praying. Oh, back up on Pac's shoulders. Don Fernando trying to... Oh!
We've seen that move used by David Kidd, calls it the Crayon Crusher, has not been on the receiving end of that.
Oh, no!
Pac Ortega's got a double crossface on David Kidd, and Don Fernando...
Oh, no!
And...
Ortega pinning two people. David Kidd, better luck next time, my friend.
I don't know why you're sounding so sad and forlorn over there, Doc. It's like you're not even realizing just the absolute beast we saw in the powerhouse Pac Ortega. Double Samoan drop from both of these guys. Then went and got them both into a crossface after dropping Don Fernando with David Kidd's own Crayon Crusher move. Give this man the credit he deserves. He's earned this victory.
What I give this man is the fact that the sheriff was counting pretty fast for him to make sure he got this win.
Oh, the sheriff was counting. The sheriff could have counted to 20. It would not have mattered. It would not have changed this match.
David Kidd getting back on his feet. Hopefully Pac will be gracious about this. I'd like to see that. Very nice. Nice playground banter.